What's going on, everybody? This is Shok. Sorry if you hear the lawnmower outside. My dad's mowing the grass and whatnot. But this is a video response to Hip Hop Gamer, and not necessarily to the latest video he did, but rather a question that he asked people on Twitter. And I was very surprised to see a lot of the people answering this question. The question was, can Nintendo survive a generation without Mario? Now, I don't know the specifics of his question. I don't know if he meant just, the 3D Mario console games, but I'm going to go ahead and just say, yes, Nintendo can survive without doing any Mario game for a generation. But I was actually very surprised to see so many people say no. People actually saying that Nintendo would die without Mario. Now, firstly, I find it funny that these people would say that, because these are the same people who are like, Nintendo needs to stop making Mario and make new IPs. But at the same time, you say if they stop making Mario, they're gonna die. So you want Nintendo to make some new IPs and then die? Like, that makes no sense. You see what I'm saying? But of course, this isn't an angry video or nothing like that. You guys know me. I don't take this shit to heart. It's entertainment. It's video games. It's a hobby. So this video isn't to say, oh, all of you guys are dumbasses. This video is to simply explain why Nintendo would do just fine. It's just to explain why these people saying no are wrong. Simple as that. Reason number one, well, actually, not even reason number one. I mean, this is pretty much the main point of this video. I mean, it's not rocket science here, but the reason why Nintendo would do just fine without Mario games is because if they don't have studios working on a 3D Mario, the Mario Karts, the Mario RPGs, the Paper Marios, the sports games, the Mario parties, that's a lot of freed up studios. I'm sure a lot of you guys see where I'm getting at. So basically, all these studios would do is just spend that time, money, and resources on other AAA and AA games. If Nintendo decided not to do a 3D Mario game for the Wii last gen, right? Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 would have just became two other AAA projects, AAA games. You see what I'm saying? That would have ended up selling millions. Now, of course, not as much as the 3D Mario games would sell, but it would still be a profitable project for Nintendo. And then that's just the 3D teams. If you don't have the Mario Kart team working and all those other Mario spin-offs, all those studios who do the other Mario spin-offs, then they're freed up to do other projects as well. You see what I'm saying? So how is Nintendo going to fail without Mario games when those Mario games would simply be replaced with other quality, profitable projects? Let's say this generation with the Wii U, right, and 3DS. Let's say Mario Kart 7 wasn't in development, it was never in development, they never started with Mario Kart 8, they're not working on Mario 3D World, they weren't working on Mario 3D Land. Nintendo could easily get all these teams together, team them up with Game Freak, and work on that fabled Pokemon MMO that is probably the most legendary hypothetical video game in existence alongside Half-Life 3, you see what I'm saying, that gamers want real bad. You see what I'm saying? Now, that would make more money than all these freaking Mario games, you see what I'm saying? Because a Pokemon MMO has been like I said, it's kind of like that Half-Life 3 kind of game. It's that one game everybody has wanted all these freaking years for over a decade now. You see what I'm saying? And Nintendo can easily, I can't talk right now, they can easily bring all these Mario teams together and just have them work on a Pokemon MMO. You see what I'm saying? It's as simple as that, guys. Think. People out there, you guys legit think that, you literally think that all Nintendo has is Mario and Zelda. And let's say they want to do a Pokemon MMO. Okay, let's say I just chose the best case scenario, which isn't realistic. Okay, but at the same time, the same principle applies with the first point I made. They would just spend that time and money working on other projects. Let's say the team that's making Super Mario 3D World, let's say they weren't working on a Mario game. Nintendo could have said, hey, help us get Zelda Wii U out for launch. Zelda Wii U wouldn't have been out for launch. It would have been an epic game, grand scale, beautiful. The Wii U would have been at 50 million units sold so far. Of course, that's an exaggeration and hyperbole, people. Calm down. But you guys see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So Nintendo would do just fine because those projects would simply move on to other projects. The Mario projects will be replaced with other quality games. There's other Nintendo franchises out there. You see what I'm saying? Plenty. And there's also other franchises that sell over 10 million. Smash Bros sells over 10 million units. That's a 10 million plus franchise. Pokemon is a 10 million plus franchise. The Wii's franchise games, those have sold over 10 mil. Matter of fact, like the Wii wasn't even. The Wii could have did without the Mario games, really, because it had the Wii remote in the Wii series of games. You see what I'm saying? So the Wii itself is proof that Nintendo could have did without a Mario game, because Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 could have not existed, and New Super Mario Bros. Wii, and the Wii still would have been a successful ass platform. You see what I'm saying? It's as simple as that. And then of course there's the third-party exclusives Nintendo tends to get every generation. Well, Nintendo has a they have a pattern of securing third-party exclusives, like such as Monster Hunter, Bayonetta 2. They paid and funded Wonderful 101. So it's not even just Nintendo development. Nintendo will also pay other developers to make games for them, even with Mario. And that's another thing. If they're not spending money on this AAA big budget 3D Mario game, then they could throw that money around some third-party developers. They would just use that money. They could just throw it to they could either throw it to other third-party developers, or they would just move it to other projects. And then of course there's Pokemon. I mean, Pokemon on the handhelds alone is enough to sustain the entirety of Nintendo. Case in point, when Nintendo sold 160,000 Wii U's for that last quarter, y'all remember that? But they still turned a profit? Why is that? 3DS. And the Mario game did not come out for the 3DS that quarter. You see what I'm saying? Mario Kart 7 and 3D Land were already out. So in a period of time where Nintendo had no Mario game, they only sold 160,000 Wii U's that they're selling at a loss, and they still made a profit with no Mario at all. Think about that. That's this video. I'll see you guys later. Peace.